Hey, good morning, everybody. Marcus Conti reporting. Marcus Conti reporting. How are you? 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 Marcus Conti reporting on the heavy rains right now. Heavy rains. Whoa. Holy smokes! I have a garbage pail fire. I have a fire. Hold on a second. I got to put out the fire. What the hell? My garbage pail's on fire. Hold on a second. Oh my god. Oh my god! I threw an ash in the fire and it's on. I threw an ash in the garbage and it's on fire. Hold on a second. I don't want the. I don't want to be smoked out. I thought, what the fuck is burning? And I think I got it. I think I got it. Marcus Conti reporting on a fire here in northeast Pennsylvania in his own garbage pail. Woo! Woo! Hold on a second. I got to open the window. Ah, yes, the smoke, the smell of smoke. The smell of smoke burning like a mofo. So maybe that's a hidden message. Maybe the fire, right? Fire. The fire in the morning before the show is actually a message from maybe a spirit, the spirit realm, telling me that everything is on fire right now, and let it burn. Maybe I don't know. I guess I want to explore that idea of hidden messages. What are hidden messages? Sometimes we see one thing, but it means something else. And the example I want to use today is a certain bird. There's a certain bird that is apparently linked. Native American history links it to the visitation of a spirit. In other words, the cardinal. You know the red cardinal, the beautiful red bird that you see appear every once in a while. Is it a message? Is it just a bird singing, hanging out on the tree? Why do they suddenly appear when you know? I guess you know the example is Batman just died. Batman died less than a week ago, and the fire's out. Chris Milk says, "Holy shit, Marcus, the fucking pail's on fire." No, it's out. I got it. I got it. It was just a napkin burning. I dumped out my. I emptied my my tobacco pipe into the garbage, and that's what caused it. The point I'm trying to make is we see hidden messages everywhere. Some see when they look at the rocket heading to the moon and doing a revolution around the moon. They look to that story as gaslighting. That's NASA trying to control you, man. Trying to take your mind off the fact that they're fucked up and they're ripping you off, and the CIA is lying to you, right? That they're gaslighting you. Do you know that the one of the most popular words that Google reporting, one of the most popular words Googled, new words, was gaslighting, right? And there was another one. I forgot what it was. But gaslighting, people don't know what it means, you know. And if you watch this program, you know what it means because I talk about it all the time. Gaslighting is when the government is trying to hoodwink you with a fake story to bring a narrative in a certain direction that they deem as necessary. Hold on. And but anyway, yeah, that's really what I wanted to talk about. There's other things going on. So yeah, here's my thumbnail. There's a lot of crazy stories happening right now. The usual, right? Police getting beat up in the street. You know, it's always it always seems to have a racist overtone to it. But anyway, so I'm still dealing with I'm actually reporting on sorrow. You know, I see we all lose people and our pet friends and our animal friends all the time in this life. And you know, what does that feel like? You know, for me, there's a certain heaviness that is unshakable. You know, right away. There's things you can do for it, meditate and you know, and exercise and take care of yourself, right? But but nonetheless, the imagery of my cat, Batman, being at the door, being, meandering around in the grass outside, drinking water from the rain, um, you know, uh, walking me down the steps, walking me up the steps, laying on my stomach, getting a belly rub, waiting for his can of food, showing love, showing love, devotion, and suddenly that's gone, and I think we all experience that. I think we all experience that to some degree. So we'll explore that. On not so good news, it seems that the is this a hidden message or is it something else? The video from yesterday, Will Smith Comes Clean, live show 93, has been scrubbed by YouTube for copyright infringement. So that's now the new journalism, by the way, in America is dead. See, journalism was once upon a time. What I'm doing is considered old school journalism, where I speak and I reference and or play clips or entire pieces of something that somebody said. Now, here is Chris Rock, here is Will Smith defending his position validating his position or just telling us where he stands on his slap to Chris Rock. So as a reporter, I cover that, and I give you the actual interview. Now, there are those out there that say, no, you can't do that because the interview itself is not yours. Regardless of what they're saying, you are not allowed to reference it in a way where people can see it. Maybe you can cast your opinion, but they'll still scratch it anyway. Right? But there I gave an opinion of Chris Rock and Will Smith, which I've given opinions thousands of times on YouTube without any kickback whatsoever. But for some reason now, my coverage of something else, a while ago, Biden, I guess, whatever stupid Joe Biden said, I don't even remember them because I don't contest any of it. I don't appeal to YouTube for anything. I just move on because it's stupid. Right? The rule is clear. If the reporter is on this where I am right now and down below or off to my right of me, to you, my right, to your left, or whatever, over here, right next to me, is the clip, and I'm talking about the clip. That is called reporting. That is called fair use. But as you see, the rules are changing. Free speech rules are now going further to say you can't even talk about a harmless interview between two men because we don't want to hear your opinion. Your opinion is is white supremacy. Your opinion is misinformation. Your opinion is cyberbullying. Right? That's what they'll say. Right? That's the excuses they use. And so how are you going to, when you defend yourself against something stupid like that, you become stupid. So I don't know the answer to the question. I guess the answer to the question is just move on, and not, change the format. Just whatever, man. Let them have their little victory and let them choke themselves out, but that's what's going on, man. That's what's going on. Thank you very much. Pottersfield says, that's why we love you, Marcus. Old school, real news journalism. Yeah, I mean, what is it? What am I doing anyway? I'm doing what I would be doing anyway. I read an article and I say, oh, I don't believe this, or, oh, I believe this completely. And instead of just being, Joe Citizen, I talk about it on a video for sometimes an hour. And that is becoming, something very, very not allowed anymore in our great nation. And people should think about it, right? Because right now in the street, cops are being dragged across the streets in New York City. Vandalism, looting, and shoplifting have now become legal. selling goods and services that the hierarchs, the oligarchs deem as copyright infringement. For that, you'll get a felony charge and sit in jail, right? Like the people down in Chinatown did. They were selling, fake Gucci and Louis Vuitton and Rolex in the street, fakes, $3 and $5 fakes. And for that, they were, look, somebody had to make the stuff. Somebody in a factory in China made a lot of garbage and stuck a fake name on it. And there's a demand for it here. It's not stealing. Nobody in their right mind you think that, here's the deal. Do you think that rich people that could afford an $800 bag, pocketbook, or a $1,200 or $3,000 pocketbook, are going to go to Chinatown and get an $8 one and go to their rich party with a fake fucking bag? No, they're not going to do that. All right, so that, if anything else, selling cheap fakes, cheap knockoffs on the street is actually a good thing for the brand, because it elevates the brand to rock star status. All right, so, but there you have it. There's corporate America, so greedy, so contentious, so fuck you. You'll do as we say. You'll buy our shit the way we manufacture it, or we'll come after you with felony charges. You're a counterfeiter, man. But that's going on too. I talked about that in this clip. Maybe that's why it got cut. But nonetheless, you could always watch the videos. This is my website. And the videos are being recorded right now. This one's being recorded. And I'll put it up on Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute. Links are on Facebook, Twitter, Getter, Truth Social, and wherever else I could stick it. So there you have it. It's not getting any easier, journalism, and so I mean, I have a kind of I don't know what the backup is at this point, but we'll keep going, right? We'll keep going. Thank you, everybody, for joining me in the chat. Vinny D. Martini, motherfucker. Potter Field is here. Chris Milk, my brother. Suit Cooter, Haywire, 237 here as well. Weevil Girl, good morning, Weevil Girl. Andy Garcia is with us as well. AU Image Vision, yes, is here too. And everybody else that's lurking in the background. I believe we have some lurkers in the chat. Vinny D. Martini, motherfucker. Potter. I hate when that happens. So to the 18 people watching, and that number tends to go up as we move along. So this is the beautiful cardinal that we're going to talk about, I don't even know if I said it, but the cardinal, I got a visitation. That's what I was trying to say about hidden meanings. That's the theme here, and as I said, I think I said earlier, I can't remember, but I've been getting visitations from the cardinal. The cardinal has been a particular cardinal sat right outside the window yesterday. When I felt like I was grieving, I was grieving the loss of Batman. I was walking around in the empty space, and suddenly I look out the window and there's this beautiful cardinal. Is it a message from the spirit realm, or is it just humans trying to, validate that? Is it all just coincidence? Does the bird really give a shit about the dead cat? I don't know. I don't know, man, but it's fascinating to explore, that and psychic phenomena, right? So let's start here, right on the streets of New York City, where a black man, it appears, a black youth, this kid right here, was told by police to get the fuck out of the street for whatever reason, clear the intersection, and he decided to beat the shit out of the cops. Zayan Sear, 21 years old, very black, very urban, Brooklyn, New York. Right? Now, he was protesting something, but who gives a shit? Right? He was in the crosswalk. Cops told him to get out of the crosswalk. And we got a video. Let's see what happened. So here's what happened. Right? So here's a surveillance. Here's a camera from somebody's car. Here's a kid taking two cops, takes the cop by the hair, throws him on the floor. They're women cops too. He beat down two female cops. Right? They look like female cops, or they're just. These cops are in bad shape, man. Yeah, they're women. They're women. He fucking manhandled two women cops, right? Now this is happening in your hometown. Could you imagine if that was a white guy? There would be white supremacy. It's a mega MAGA attacking the police, right? But when it happens the other way around, when it always happens this way, 99% of the way, you never see mega MAGA fucking guy with a Trump hat on beating up police. Show me where that ever happened. Where? Oh, yeah, January 6th. Oh, yeah, when they protested and moved into the Capitol. Show me another example. You can't find any because they don't exist. But right in front of your face, you have overt turning a blind eye to violent people in the street beating the shit out of cops. Today, that's just today. He was charged with assault, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. Right? If it were a white guy with a MAGA hat on, he'd be charged with domestic terrorism. Looking at life in prison. Right? Cyberbullying. Or something else. Right? So you can't make up these stories, right? And what else, man? Oh yeah, here's another guy, black man. I'm not a racist. I'm just giving you the facts. I'm pointing it out. Right? Who's doing the violence? Where's the majority of the violence coming from? Where's the majority of these unsettled protesters coming from? It's coming from the extreme left. Wake up already. Stop supporting it, Joe Biden. Stop, encouraging Antifa by having Antifa.com lead to the White House. And if you don't believe me, do it. Put into your search engine Antifa.com and see where you end up. You will end up at the White House. Is that by coincidence? No, not at all. So Missouri executes Kevin Johnson for killing cop. Good. All right, so this guy got what was coming to him. A Missouri man who killed a police officer he blamed for his younger brother's death was executed Tuesday night. Kevin Johnson died by lethal injection or phenobarbital at the state prison in Bon Tare for murdering a cop, a crime committed when he was 19 years old. 37-year-old didn't speak. And that was it. They killed him, right? But again, right there he is, dragging cops, killing cops. What else we got? There's another one in the great state of Idaho. In the great state of Idaho, investigators seized 5 cars from house where University of Idaho students were murdered. Did you hear this one? I think I saw it yesterday. I didn't talk about it. But authorities towed away 5 vehicles from the house where 4 University of Idaho students were brutally murdered. They were killed in their sleep. Some fucking psycho walked right in the front door and took a knife and killed all 4 of them while they were sleeping in their beds. Right. He must have worked really fast, and therefore he must be young. All right, but who done it? So the 4 students, Kaylee Gonclaves, 21, Madison Morgan, 21, they look like they're all juniors and seniors, Exan Kerndite and Ethan Chapin, 20. All 20 and 21 years old, were each stabbed to death by an intruder. And, the part of the story that why I'm talking about is because they haven't caught the guy yet. And that's pretty rare, right? They don't have a weapon, they don't have a motive, and they don't have a suspect. Or they probably have a suspect, but they don't have anybody in custody at this point. They believe he used a fixed blade knife, car bar style combat knife. Maybe the knife will lead to become a lead. Where did he purchase the knife? Who was he or her? What color was he? Her? Can we see some images of the victims? What color were the images? The murders rocked the small college town of Moscow as killer remains free. Wow. That's crazy, right? This is America for you. This is what we got, man. We need less police, right? Radicalization, right? De-radicalization. People are radicalized, right? No doubt about it. And And it doesn't look like it's lightening up any. So here's a follow-up. The Iranians face retribution after World Cup loss against the United States. So the World Cup, if you're not familiar with it, is a kickball match, a world-class soccer football match between the world. And somebody always wins. It's every 4 years, and it's usually a European country. I think Italy wins a lot. England is very, very powerful. Brazil, oh my God, Brazil. You got to name them number one almost always. But yesterday there was a game between Iran and the enemy, U.S. And it looks like, according to an FBI troll, listen to this. Listen, I'm not totally believing this story. I'm just talking about it because, why is the CIA, a CIA covert operations officer, promoting this story? Right? Was this story? It was unraveled by CNN, but that's where CNN gets their stories from in the first place. They get it from insiders, quote insiders, leaking information to the masses, which are just plants, which are forms of gaslighting. But I want to know. Well, let's read. So Mike Baker, a former CIA covert operations officer, said the Iranian players are stuck in an untenable position after their much hyped match against the United States, which defeated Iran 1-0 to advance to the knockout round of 16. So U.S. is one of 16 now. Iran wanted obviously to be one, and the moral of the story is the Iranian players originally a game or two ago refused to sing the Iranian national anthem, but when it came to the American game, they all sang in harmony, right? Because they were afraid that when they go back to Iran, they're going to get beat and jailed, and their kids are going to be fucking tortured right in front of them. Is it real? Is it a true story? Because they're apparently boycotting some activist. There it is, Masha Amina, who was allegedly beaten in police custody for failing to properly wear her hijab, her fucking, head wrap, right? So the good players of the Iranian team had something to say about this possible inside murder example being made of some activist. And for that, they failed to sing the national anthem. Now, if you don't sing the national anthem here, we don't beat you and jail you, but we'll take away your ability to make money. We'll remove your endorsements. We'll kick you off YouTube. We'll block your speech. We'll force you to go to work at Target for $8 an hour and shut the fuck up. Right? Your career is over. Right? That's what we do here. But over there, allegedly, you get your ass handed to you a little more severely. I don't know, man. I'd rather take a beating on the ass than lose everything, just be silenced and disqualified. So what I guess my gist of this is, here are the American spies, the American gaslighting campaign run by the CIA and the Pentagon and the White House, promoting this idea that, see how bad free speech is in Iran? So what are you complaining about? What are you complaining about, your free speech? Oh, because you protested on January 6th and we called you a domestic terrorist? What the fuck are you complaining about? We didn't beat anybody up. We just took away everybody's livelihood and brought them up on charges of domestic terror. That's not a big deal. All right. So be careful here. Don't swallow this story, because I'm not swallowing it. Now, somebody wants us to swallow it. That was quick. Yeah. Oh, so another story. Thank you, Zoot Suit Cooter, for this. Oh, no, I got one more. Yeah, let's talk about this guy first. So this is an interesting story. Look at this. Hey man, who's to call anybody else a freak? Is this guy a freak? Do you see a freak? A female with a mustache and a bald head and a lipstick. Is this guy a freak? Or is he just expressing himself? Or her? We don't even know what it is. It looks like a man dressed like a woman. I mean, I would call that the chest of a man. He's a pretty fit man. His features are very manly, beard, mustache, but he's wearing a dress. Therefore, he's a female. His name is Trevor. Is that his name? I don't know who he is. What is his name? Sam Britton. All right, so what did he do? What's his crime? His crime is not putting on lipstick and dressing like a woman. No. What he did was a Biden administration employee and one of the federal government's first gender non-binary officials has been accused of stealing a traveler's luggage from the Minneapolis airport in September. Wow. So he stole this guy, right? He saw a valuable bag, right, that he wanted, that his heart cried out for. I need that piece of luggage. It's so beautiful, right? So, so he stole it. I don't know what the moral of the story is, but it's funny to read. Sam Britton, the Deputy Assistant Secretary for Spent Fuel and Waste Disposition at the Department of Energy, was charged with felony theft after allegedly snatching a Vera Bradley suitcase, reportedly worth $2,300 from baggage claim, at the Minneapolis St. Paul Airport on September 16. Britton, who uses them, they pronouns, was captured on surveillance video grabbing the luggage. Grabbing it. Britton initially denied stealing the suitcase to police officers, but later claimed they took it by mistake. It was an error. It was a mistake. Is Joe Biden's credibility on the line here? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think it's just, it's one person, expressing themselves in a certain way. But he also happens to be a thief. Someone who will steal your luggage and take the shit inside the luggage and throw it in the garbage because all he wants is the fancy luggage. Right? So should we ban people like this from positions of power? Not really. Should we be criticized when we see somebody like this and we laugh out loud? What the fuck are you? Which goes through your mind. It shouldn't come out your mouth, I don't think. But it is funny if you're walking, you're in the airport and you see this. You're like, hey, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I call you man? I meant, hey, other. Hey, dude. Oh, dude, I called you dude. I'm sorry. That's a felony. Hey, sir. Oh, no, you called me sir. Do I look like a sir to you? Yeah, you do. You look like a sir with lipstick and a dress. That's what you look like. Am I allowed? I'm not allowed to judge. I'm not allowed to think about what you look like based on my recollection of what things look like. I don't care what you look like. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you got a fucking ham sandwich sticking out your ass, naked, running across the field with it, with lipstick. It doesn't matter to me. All I'm saying is, when I see you, I'm going to call you what I believe, what I want to call you, whether you like it or not. I don't have to call you what you want to be called. Who the fuck are you? You're standing there breaking a social norm, right? You're breaking the social norm, and I'm not allowed to have a laugh or a comment on it. I'm supposed to sit frozen in my chair while some fucking guy expressing himself in a weird way, meanders and prances across the floor in front of me. He should be allowed to do whatever he wants, and so should I. Am I harming him by calling him sir? Sir, please get the ham sandwich and the lipstick out your ass. And calm down. You're in an airport. Right? Right. I think I should be. I think I certainly should be. But there you go, man. There's there it is. Guy snatched a good luck, man. Let's see how the felony sticks, if you know what I mean. It's 9:30. Let's go to the market. Ding, bang, boom. Markets are open, and looks like we're going green. Looks like we're going green. People still watching Apple. The problem in China with workers protesting the zero COVID policies in China, causing the Apple plant where they make your wonderful phones that we all depend on and can't make ourselves. There is an issue over there with Apple. They may see their production costs go up and making the phone cost more. Now, if this isn't an opportunity to bring manufacturing back to America, I don't know what is. Why can't you make Apple phones in the great state of Pennsylvania? Set up Google in the great state of Iowa, right? Or go to Detroit and make iPhones. Teach the brothers, teach the homeless fucking radical brothers. Go to Flint, Michigan, right, where the water's polluted, and give them $15 and $20 an hour jobs making iPhones, right? They would appreciate that. Why are you giving it off to China? Right? Come on, man. So, but anyway, that's the state of business right now. Apple's getting, you can see on an up day, Apple's down 18 cents, Amazon down 52. All the indexes are up at this moment. Dow Jones is up 6 points. That's not really up. S&P up 5 points. That's not really up at all. Let's see if it clicks red in the next minute or two. And NASDAQ is up 34. That's the technology leading the charge at this moment. Microsoft up 2.5. Facebook, formerly Facebook Meta, up 74 cents. Rivian and Tesla both up at the moment, the makers of battery-operated vehicles, all both up. Bitcoin way down at 16,800 a share, down up 400 today, up a half a thousand, excuse me. And what else? War stocks flat. Hey, look, this is a flat day. The holy vaccine stocks, Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, those are the companies that give you the shot that's gonna boost your immunity for everything and make you fucking amazing, right? And make you better than you were, more immunized, right? And less compromised. Right? That's what it is. That's what it is. So you know what it is. Right? Can't talk about it. Can't talk about what it is, but you know what it is. Oh, here's a interesting on that note of not being able to talk about it. Twitter, the magic Twitter under the lead of the great Elon Musk, stops enforcing COVID-19 misinformation policy. Wow, holy cow. Well, what is misinformation? Misinformation is whatever Dr. Fauci and the CDC tells you is prim and proper. Anything that deviates from the official narrative, says George Orwell in 1984, anything that varies from the official narrative, any discussion whatsoever in a public forum, is deemed misinformation, is deemed medical misinformation, is dangerous to you. But according to this latest report, Twitter stops enforcing it. So who's now the target of government and their bizarre COVID-19 rulings? Now remember the facts. The facts are that your government told you that COVID-19 is very deadly and you should have 1, 2, and 5 shots, as many as you can get, boosters, and wear a mask, and stay 6 feet away from each other, and put masks on children, and if you can, sleep with your mask on. Wear 2 masks. Right? This is the jargon coming out of the White House. Right? So right? So having said all that, that COVID is so contagious, right? We're in a pandemic. Why isn't the United States enforcing it right now when in China it's deemed as an incredible pandemic going on at this moment in Beijing and Shanghai, where people are zero tolerant. They're quarantined, wearing masks, forced injections, the whole shit, right? Because there's a slight detection of this flu-like thing. Why isn't America following suit? Why isn't the West following suit? Ask yourself the question. We're seeing it in China. You remember when we saw it in China the first time and everybody said, oh, it's nothing. And then all of a sudden, all of the draconian rules kicked in America. Why haven't they kicked in yet? Why hasn't the United States decided to lock everybody down and shut everybody up and put masks back on them? Right? What's the reason for that? Right? Is that time any different? Has the virus changed? Have the rules of engagement changed? Have the mandates changed? Right? Has flight information, immigration from China changed? You've got people flooding in the country, free flying all over the fucking place, right? People leave China all the time and come back and go, right? So why aren't we enforcing the COVID-19 rules right the fuck now, right? And I think the answer is clear. If you're not totally gaslit, you see the reason why. That it's happening over there, but we're not going to do that again because, I don't know, it didn't work out so well the last time. But there's other reasons. The obvious reasons are that it could be ineffectual. Right? That's the elephant in the room. Right? But anyway, so congratulations to Twitter. We got one last. Is Elon Musk the great white hope? He probably is. So I want to talk about something, dedication to Batman, and then I'll let you go. Because that's the theme today, hidden messages, right? If you look at the COVID-19 story that I just told you, what is the hidden message? The hidden message is don't worry about anything. That was all politics. What's happening in China is politics. It's not science. It's politics, right? The hidden message, it's right there. Now, so birds, right? Do birds have magical powers? Do cardinals appear? You know, cardinals, the red bird. I'll show you a clip in a second. Everybody knows what a cardinal is, I imagine. What does it mean when you see a cardinal? Now, yesterday I told you earlier on the show that I saw a cardinal visit, a very bright red cardinal visit my lawn, right? Sitting there in the middle of the winter in plain view. I didn't have to look out the window. I didn't see it from a distance. Boom, he just landed right there and started singing. And as I said, Batman died a few days ago, and this is what we think about cardinals. A cardinal is a representative of a loved one who has passed. When you see one, it means they are visiting you. Oh, Batman, that's you. Is Batman visiting this reporter? Is Batman visiting his old friend? I would like to think so. It's so endearing, right? Is it real? Or is it just humans wanting to grasp? Is it grasping humans? Are we all really connected in that way? Why doesn't the cardinal appear when a squirrel dies or all the bugs and worms that die constantly and insects? Why? Because maybe the cat was a higher being. Maybe I'm a higher being, and the higher cardinal is more in tune to me than the worms. I don't know. So anyway, Tetragramma goes, no way you said that. Saw one yesterday, just said, wished he's comes again. Zoot Suit Cooter, because it's all fake. That's something else. So anyway, I'll continue with this train of thinking. So here's the Cardinals. Let's bird watch together. Have you ever heard this? The birds? That's the male, by the way. The bright red one is the male. And beautiful bird. Hello, beautiful bird. They're very vocal. They're definitely talking to each other. While we're watching the bird, my tobacco video is coming. It's coming. I'm putting it together. In fact, the boxes are right behind me of tobacco, and I just want to make sure I have everything in front of me when I do the video, and I don't want to miss anything. I'm going to show you how to grow tobacco, man, so you can die on the same cross as me, the tobacco cross. Yeah. Tetragramma Ghost says, I watch birds every morning. Such beautiful creatures. They really are. I have a bunch of bird feeders all around my house. And I definitely attract them. But is this a... It's a loud one. What's up, bird? What's up, bird? Right. So this is what I saw. I didn't get a video of it because I was just watching nicely. Is this communication from the spirit realm, or is that spiritual hocus pocus? Let's find out. People watching. How many people we got watching? We got quite a number of people watching. How many people are watching? 18 people watching. 18 people watching. Number one. Visitation. Number one is equals a visitation from the dead soul, or number two. Number two is no way. No way. Just a coincidence. Which is it? Is it one, this is a visitation from Batman, or two, good morning, Ruby Jules. Ruby Jules, very spiritual friend of ours. Good morning, Ruby. Good morning, Ruby. So there you go. I'll say, Weevil Girl says one. If you think it is, it is. Okay. I'm going to say one. I think it is. I think it's... I don't know. I just don't think it's coincidental, you know. But anyway, so let's find out more about these wonderful birds. So here's the male and the female. 9 spiritual meanings when you see a cardinal. You often see the bright red one, but you don't see the brown one, which is the female. Now, I didn't know this, but cardinals are birds that they don't migrate. They stay all year round. Once they find a home, they stay. They build a very sturdy nest and lay upwards of 12 eggs, right? Cardinals are beautiful birds that are common across much of North America, and for most people, with their bright colors and uplifting song, when they arrive in your yard, they are welcome visitors. Cardinals feature in the mythology of many Native American tribes. The Indians knew what they were looking at. And the cardinal is a native to America, right? Now, you know the cardinal is also the highest ranking official in the Catholic religion, one under the Pope. They all wear red because they're cardinals. But it appears that came later, that the folklore surrounding the cardinal was first. So Native Americans have been on this. I don't know why they're trying to sell me vacuum cleaners. I don't want a vacuum cleaner. Someone's trying to sell me a vacuum cleaner, man. And look, Guitar Center's trying to sell me another guitar that I don't need, or drum set. Before we look at the symbolism of cardinals, let's think about the characteristics of these birds. Well, it's very winded, but so that's all I really wanted to say about this. I don't have much on it. What does it mean? Cardinals are no exception. The mystic bird has been part of a mythology and symbolism since the beginning of time. It appears in numerous folk tales all across the world. So it's not strange if you see it frequently and start wondering, what does it mean when you see a cardinal bird? Right. I don't know. I guess I'm inclined to go with Weevil Girl. We see what we want to see. I think Weevil Girl is correct. I think you're correct on this, Weevil Girl. Where, we see it because it's so painful, the loss of a loved one and this folklore when the cardinal finally appears. From out of nowhere, it appears. It seems to appear. We say, oh, there's our loved one, right? But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that you could look anywhere. What does the wind mean? What is when the sun comes out? Isn't that also clarity appearing? Isn't it all connected? But is there a direct connection, I guess, what I'm trying to ask. We want a direct, I think that's the theme. We want the thing I'm trying to get to. Is there a direct connection between birds chirping in a yard and the soul of a dead cat, old friend coming to visit? Is there a direct connection between those? Are we too short-sighted to be able to sew that together? Or you know what I mean? Is it something more? I don't know, man, but I thought it was a fascinating idea to talk about. But there's definitely, I've definitely had a cardinal visit, and that's definitely Batman, who died this week. I love Batman. It's anybody dealing with sorrow, I understand, and even if you're spiritually grounded, and even if you meditate every day, and we're still going to get attached to this world. We're going to get attached to our friends, to our families. We're going to get attached to the material world of sun and light and water and the ocean and the wind and the trees and everything else, right? Each other. And so we see what we want to see, We definitely see what we want to see. That's all I got today, man. I'm a little winded right now, so I'll let you guys go, man. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. Mark Sconti reporting. Mark Sconti reporting on this somber day. This somber day here in northeast Pennsylvania, very cold. It also says that that whenever you see a cardinal, the rain is about to come, right? Charles B. says everything is connected. Absolutely.